Hey, what up guys, it's Batwolf here. Today's video is going to be the Spider-Man Far From Home movie review. So my so if you guys don't know how my movie reviews go, the first part is going to be non-spoilerish, and then at the end is going to be spoilerish. Spoiler-ish. There we go. Never mind. I can't even say it. So it's going to be spoilers at the end, and there's going to be non-spoilers at the beginning. So let's start off. So at the beginning, this movie is really good. I think it's my favorite Spider-Man movie for sure. Um, it has one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, but they turn him in. They do a really new concept though for it, which I don't mind. Mysterio is my favorite Spider-Man villain of all time. I absolutely, he's just like really. I find him really cool for some reason. So he's personally my favorite Spider-Man villain, and like could obviously top the my DC favorite villains. So, but yeah, and Spider-Man's my favorite Marvel superhero. So, but Batman's my favorite superhero, which why I named his channel Batwolf. So, um, but it's such Tom Holland's amazing as Spider-Man. Jake Gyllenhaal is fantastic as Mysterio. Uh, can't really get into spoilers here though, but um, everyone else is good. It just the movie scene is really good. Uh, just it seems a little off at some points because like they're trying to they're like it's kind of cutting the boundaries right now between like so they're trying to do teen life and superhero life, and then somehow just the teen life comes out a little further, even though this is supposed to be a superhero movie, which just seems a little bit off-putting. That's what I would say. And it was really like it was like a high school movie. It felt like so. Just they try to focus a little bit more on the teen life than they did on Homecoming, which was more on the superhero side, which I I really liked Homecoming, and so this movie kind of took a step back and focused more on Peter Parker as an individual than it is as Peter Parker trying to be a better Spider-Man, which is Homecoming. So I prefer, I did prefer that part though. It just felt weird because throughout the first act of the movie, it's all building up, not really building, but just focusing on Peter and his high school life and him trying to be with MJ and all this big high school stuff. And it just felt really weird because it's like 30 minutes without, it's like 30 or 20 minutes without a superhero part whatsoever. Beginning part does have like has like superhero, but then after that, after the credits, I mean like opening stuff happens, opening credits, um, it just straight up like 20 minutes without superhero stuff, and it just feels so weird. Well, yeah, it's focusing all on Peter Parker, but they have like him in costume, and it's just really weird because it just doesn't feel right. But it feels it's still like it just the whole entire concept of it's still good. Um, the plot is hard to explain without spoiling the movie. This movie is really hard to explain without spoiling it. So because it's just different. So yeah, if you guys want to watch the movie, it's really good. Um, and if you guys don't want to get spoiled, it's gonna be I'm gonna go and get into spoilers pretty soon. But it's just you should watch it, and the time will be coming up right here. And spoilers gonna be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the part where I said Jake Gyllenhaal is performance as Mysterio is fantastic. It all happens in one scene where the twist happens in the movie. It's all like it's so fast. So if we go over the movie, Spider-Man's trying to get with MJ on this, wants to become in a relationship because he really likes MJ, which is Michelle or Zendaya's character. And so they go, he has this big plan and they go on the trip. But in the beginning part of the movie, where we open up with, is with Nick Fury and Maria Hill go down to Mexico because there's like a big seismic attack that happened there. And so they go check it out, and this village has been attacked. And they get out of their car, and they're just talking, and then out of nowhere, this giant rock creature comes out of the ground, and they start shooting at it, and Mysterio comes out of nowhere, and that's for the part where he goes, "You guys don't want any part of this," and then it just goes, psh. But it's such a really big opening, and then I love the opening credits in this movie. It with all the Marvel logo coming up. It plays Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You," and it's so funny. When I saw that, I'm like, this is dying laughing, and it was just not, I couldn't even take it seriously. And it then eventually shows the heroes that have fallen during Endgame, and I guess Captain America is one of the fallen heroes, so they show him on the picture and as one of the pictures. So it's all playing that song while it shows that, and it turns out it's the high school video that they have, and it's just it's all for comedic relief, and then it explains how people are how reality is like living through what just happened with the snap and everything, and they call it the blips, and it's just kind of funny. That's what the big emphasis on the movie is. It's just a comedy. It's really just they push all of their comedic tone on this movie, because you don't want to come in onto this movie being all sad, because Endgame this literally movie is supposed to pick up right where Endgame left off. So Endgame is all serious, sad at the end, but this movie starts off serious and then it goes funny, which is like a completely different direction what we should be doing for Endgame. And I like that. It's really a good starting tone for this movie. And I really like how Aunt May knows that Peter is Spider-Man. It's just, it adds like a tone that we had never seen in the movies before. We've seen it in the PS4 version. Like, she kind of knows. She knows, but she doesn't show it. But I really like how we know that she knows that he's Spider-Man, and she's totally fine with him saving the world and everything. So, and then the Happy and Aunt May thing is kind of funny. They use it for a lot of comedic stuff in the movie. Then we cut, so that's after the high school scene where he's doing that. They cut out the part where he beats up the gang members in the restaurant. They cut that for some reason, and they also cut the part where he's at the convenience store and getting stuff for his trip, which just was weird. I don't know why, but they cut that out. So after that part, after they had that scene in the back room where y'all ghost Nick Fury, the ghost is Nick Fury. Jeez, I can't even talk today. Then he gets questioned and being taking pictures during that whole entire feast scene, and then one of the people asked, "Hey, are you gonna become the new Iron Man, or what does it feel like that now Tony Stark is dead?" And he just gets overwhelmed with all that pressure, and it shows how he's coping with how Tony sacrificed himself at the end of Endgame. So I really like that part too. And that's one of like the main part of the whole entire movie is his character arc is how am I going to live up to that hole that Tony was there? How am I going to fill that hole? And eventually he realizes he doesn't need to become like Tony. He can be himself. So I like that kind of arc in the movie. And then, so they go on their trip. They go to, I think it's Venice, Italy. I'm not too sure. They're having their trip and everything. And then out of nowhere, the Hydra Man attack, which eventually it's not Hydra Man. It's all Mysterio's illusions with his drones and everything. Because, spoiler, Mysterio's the villain. Ooh, yeah. It's not that big of a spoiler. We all knew he was going to be the villain. So it was just like shocking. I'll get to that scene later, but so the visuals are pretty cool through the scene, and the action's pretty cool. The part that bothers me is that Spider-Man's in the background of and saving the people while Mysterio's doing all the fighting and shooting lasers and attacking the monster. It's pretty cool like that, and it just kind of bothers me. But I get the point. They don't want to show Spider-Man out in this because he'll get caught and everything. But yeah, it was just different, which a lot of this movie is, and that's what makes it good. So, so then they're in their little hotel, their rundown hotel, and it's pretty cool that the name Mysterio comes from the Italian word mysterious man, man of mystery. So like, it's pretty cool. That's how he got his name, and everyone's just talking about how cool he is, and they're all like debating whether Spider-Man's better or Mysterio's better. And then we have the Nick Fury scene, which I like how they have the tone from Captain Marvel, which was one of my favorite parts from Captain Marvel was Nick Fury being a little comedic, but he also needed to be serious. And this kind of just from Marvel, like the actual MCU, him being serious, and then we got the goofy part, and it just combines perfectly together. I love that about this whole entire movie is that he has that comedic and he also has that serious nature in this movie. And so we all see this part where Ned gets shot with the tranq dart, and so Nick Fury's trying to brief Spider-Man about how what's happening, but he keeps getting interrupted. And then Nick Fury, they explain how Nick Fury, like in the trailer, he goes, "Nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man." But like I was like, "Hey, didn't you guys meet at the funeral?" And then they explained that it would be rude. It was rude to be exchanging phone numbers at the funeral. I think that's an actual line in the movie. I don't remember. So then after that, they go through the whole entire. This is the Elementals things. This is meet Quentin Beck, Mysterio, and we all seen that scene. It's on YouTube, and then he tries to Spider-Man tries to get out of helping the world. He wants to be on vacation. He wants to go out with the girl he loves, and Mysterio's all, yeah, you should do that. And then we have that rooftop scene where Mysterio is talking to Spider-Man about how he should help, but how he should not. He kind of wishes that he should be on the vacation and he should help though. But so on. He goes on the trip. McFury hijacks the trip. We have this little kind of a rivalry between one of the classmates that is really good looking apparently to MJ, and he really likes MJ. So Spider-Man's trying to like sabotage that relationship to ever happen, and it just got some nice comedic moments in that part. But the part that blows me away is after when Spider-Man and Mysterio defeat Molten Man or Molten Man illusion. Right when they get like these sunglasses, Tony hands these sunglasses, passes down these sunglasses to Spider-Man, which has an AI unit named Edith, and it stands for like, even after death, I'm the hero, and it's kind of funny. But that's the whole entire point of the movie, is this big AI unit that has control of all of Tony's stuff, and so Mysterio wants that. So because he just wants to be the hero. So in that scene, Spider-Man hands him over to Mysterio and goes, "You're going to be the new Spider-Man, the new Iron Man." And so then as Spider-Man leads the bar, the camera follows, and you just see like this blue kind of tech holographic stuff just falling down, and all the people are like surprised, and we see Mysterio just sitting there, and everything just goes down, and it's this whole worn down bar, and I'm like, they're actually gonna make him a supervillain in this movie, and he's gonna make him an actual illusionist instead of real magic, and it was like, it just blew my mind. And this is the part where it made Jake Gyllenhaal like a good actor, like good in this movie, to amazing. Just this scene of him he's sitting there super seriously, and then the camera cuts back to him, and he goes absolutely crazy. Like, he goes straight face, and then the camera cuts back to him, and he's all smiling, like with the evil look and everything. And I go, "Oh my gosh, this is literally the best part of the whole entire movie." And then he explains how what his motive was. He hates that Tony made fun of his life and creation, which was in Civil War, of the holographic part in Civil War. That was his creation called Fart. And he hated that Tony called it Fart, and he wants to get back at him and wants to get and then he has like this whole entire team of scientists that hates Tony Stark too, because they got fired from him, and the whole entire premise is pretty cool, and that he's all wearing a CGI suit, and all the illusions are from drones, and it's amazing. Like, from him becoming hero to villain is just mind-blowing. It's the best part of the whole entire movie, and the finale is good. I feel like it could have been stepped up a little bit, and the action could have been a little bit better. We can just skip that whole entire part, go towards where he beats Mysterio, which Mysterio is dead, which I don't believe that. He gets shot by one of the drones or something like that, and he bleeds out, and so yeah, and then it cuts back to then it goes to like MJ and Peter Parker actually finally kiss and become a couple. MJ knows that he's Spider-Man, and la da 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 da. They go back to New York. He takes her swinging, and then the movie ends. Then we have a mid-post-credit scene, continues the scene of him swinging with MJ, and how she hates that. And he's about to go take off. And the new Spider-Man, which is blacking out, the white, red, and black. I love that outfit. And then it just cuts to the best part of the movie, which is topping a scene where it just changes Mysterio, which it's like, I was so surprised when I saw this. It blew my mind. So it cuts to this news anchor man going like, breaking news. We got video of how Spider-Man's the villain now. Is a villain, and how he killed Mysterio. And then it goes from the Daily Bugle. We have the official video, and then it shows J. Jonah Jameson, which is what's his name? Oh, I had it in my head too. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna add it in right here because it just totally blew my mind too hard. And I'm gonna spend too long trying to think about it. And so it shows the actor, which his name is here, the one that played Jake Jonah Jameson from Jane Jonah Jameson from the Sam Raimi trilogy is now J. Jonah Jameson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it just like blew my mind, and I go, no way. And then it shows the doctored footage from Mysterio when he was dying, and it shows that he doctored it to make it look like Spider-Man was the villain, and then he outs Peter Parker. He says Spider-Man's true identity, which is Peter Parker, and shows a picture of him too, and the movie ends with Peter going, "What the?" and cuts right there. And it's just like the beginning of Homecoming, where Aunt May finds out Spider-Man is Peter Parker, and she goes, "What the?" And she's about to say the F word. And so then we got the post-credit scene, which shows Samuel Jackson is throughout the whole entire movie. Nick Fury and Maria Hill are Skrulls, while the real Nick Fury and Maria Hill is on a Skrull space station, which is going to be setting up Phase 4 for the next big bad in the Marvel Universe, which we don't know who is. But, oh my gosh, his name is the name for Jake Jonah Jameson's actor. Oh my gosh. It's going to bother me so bad. And I'm going to get so much hate for this. Oh my gosh. But the movie was so good. And if you guys are back from the spoiler part, yeah, the movie is really, really good. I love it. You guys should go watch it. It's totally worth the money. It's funny. It's got action. It's got drama. It's got romance. And it's got the high school stuff. And so, what could you want? And it's such a good movie. And I hope you guys would like to go watch it. And for me, I give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10. There's some flaws, but it's still a really good movie. So, yeah. So if you guys like the video, please leave a like. And if you guys want to see more of my videos, please do subscribe and check out my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.